Live from Tallinn, Evecon RAJU 19 presents 3 rounds in the welterweight division and is sponsored by PhotoMate, complete energy solutions from one source. Introducing first in the blue corner with a record of 2 wins and 1 defeat, weighing in at 77.1 kilograms. Fighting out of Norway, he is the golden boy, Steffen Rossevatn! And his opponent in the red corner, undefeated with a record of 1 win, weighing in at 77.1 kilograms, from right here in Tallinn, Estonia, Allan Volosatõh! Your referee in charge of the action, Ergo Reinvald.
Ergo Reinvald, our our third man in the cage here tonight for this matchup.
Let's see how many seconds it takes for Steffen to go for the takedown.
Oh, not very many.
4 seconds.
Yep. Oh, and Allan Volosatõh nailing him with elbows. Oh, man, that is brutal.
Yeah, those almost look to be back in the back of the head, some of them.
Yeah, that's not great.
But Steffen, can he get it all the way down?
Volosatõh warned for grabbing the cage here.
Yeah. Outrage from Steffen's corner. But
yeah, and here we have Rossevatn in the top position, as we presumed he would be, but he did eat some gnarly elbows there. Whether or not those were to the back of the head, I couldn't quite see. Rather than using my monitor like a smart man, I tried to look. But one way or another, those can rattle the cage for sure. However, now he's in an advantageous position and looking to press the advantage.
yeah, we've seen many examples of people getting knocked out by those, so they're definitely a real threat. But if you don't knock them out, then you're usually most on your ass.
Yeah, and Volosatõh absolutely is at this moment. Let's see how he's able to deal with that. As we discussed earlier, that is the major question of this fight.
Yeah, and mostly just ground and pound here from Steffen. Not really chasing any submissions or improving his position. He's softening up Volosatõh and tiring him out a bit. And Allan has been grabbing the cage a couple of times now, and we're getting the ref giving him some stern warnings, verbal warnings at least. But it's not permissible to grab onto the cage. You can sort of put your hand up against it, but it's a very thin line from there to grabbing it.
Yeah, and of course, this is just me mind reading, but when you've been warned for something like that, it looks like he kind of positioned himself away from it in order to stop himself from reflexively doing it. Oh, and he's eating hard shots here from Rossevatn.
Yeah, I think Steffen is quite comfortable here. He knows that he is the superior grappler, so he's taking his time, not rushing anything. I think he's going to go for the pass when he's given one, which is here. But he's just taking his time, grinding Volosatõh down here.
Daniel, considering he doesn't have the cage to use to build a base, how would you recommend he get up here?
He needs to build some frames between himself and Steffen. Or, as I alluded to earlier, he needs to get that right arm, the underhook on the right arm, and start to follow that up. So where is it? Where is right now? Yeah, bridge, but more shrimp and go up on his side.
Yeah, because
but
now,
he can't
of course,
stay
he's
there.
mounted.
Yeah.
And that's a very dangerous place to be when you've got a guy like Rossevatn on top of you.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem here for Volosatõh with 2 minutes to go. This could be Steffen punching away here. If Allan turns his back, rear naked choke could be very well in the cards for Rossevatn.
Yeah, let's see if Volosatõh has enough situational awareness and fight IQ to be able to survive here. Because he definitely doesn't seem to have the acumen required to stand up when he's got a guy like Rossevatn on top of him.
No, it's very apparent that he doesn't have the tools to get it away from this position.
Oh, hard elbows from Rossevatn. Short, of course, but still can be very damaging. Just continuously applying ground and pound.
Yeah, Allan is doing his best to try to neutralize Steffen's ground game. With the bridging, he can sort of force Steffen to be on his hands, which makes him not be able to punch with them. But yeah, Steffen's just so experienced here that he's doing his thing.
And it looks like Allan Volosatõh is cut, or at least I see some blood here.
Nose. That's
oh,
funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Rossevatn's nose appears to be bleeding.
Oh.
Volosatõh seems to be doing enough to survive here. Oh, that would have been gnarly. Oh, and that one was gnarly. Slicing elbow.
Yeah, I think Steffen wants to get some blood back from from Allan.
Let's see if he's able to survive these 20 seconds.
I think he'll make it. He needs to be careful.
It looks, yep, like he will be able to.
But a very dominant round from the Golden Boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is the exact game plan he needs to impose. He does not want to stand up any longer than he has to. 4 seconds was enough.
Yeah, 4 seconds, and that was basically all they wrote in terms of the amount of time this was on the feet.
Yeah.
We go now to that takedown.
And let's see here.
You see those brutal elbows.
Yeah, that one, I'd say, is at the back of the head. That one's also borderline. And it's a bit of a gray area, of course.
And then Volosatõh, of course, on his back for the majority of this fight thus far. And we had some brutal ground and pound from Rossevatn.
Yeah, and Steffen just doing a great job of keeping the pressure on, constant attacks, inflicting damage, looking for the submissions, but yeah, just not giving anything to Volosatõh.
Absolutely. Again, this match is brought to you by PhotoMate, complete energy solutions from one source.
Yeah, we see Volosatõh here getting some more warnings about the fence grabbing, I guess, from the referee here. So if he does it again, it could cost him a point. Could also be worth a point if he can keep standing.
Yeah, if it helps him get up, I mean, maybe. That nose is leaking again from Rossevatn.
And 3 seconds this time until the shot.
Oh, is he able to get him off of his hips? No, he's not. Unfortunately for Allan Volosatõh, he just does not have the tools to keep a grappler with this degree of pedigree in Rossevatn off of him.
Yeah, and this has been the Golden Boy's MO in his last 2 fights, and those were against more well-rounded fighters than Volosatõh. So I don't know how Volosatõh is gonna avoid this if he can make it out of this round.
I find it very hard to believe that he's going to be able to, unless he shows us something that he hasn't previously. Because I just did not get the feel that he had the tools in his arsenal required to be able to escape a position like that. I mean, maybe he can get up from guard, but when he was mounted, he just was unable to mount any meaningful escape.
Yeah. But yeah, as of now, he still has the guard, which isn't terrible. Not great, not terrible. But he needs to advance from here. And
I would say if you're Volosatõh, it is terrible, though, because you're on your back, and that's not at all what his skill set is geared towards, according to what I know of it.
But it could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot. It can always be worse. A friend of mine used to say that. Shout out Carla Rogers.
But we'll see. I think if I was in Volosatõh's shoes and maybe not having the tools to get it back up, I'd try to lock it down here. I'd try to keep Steffen as close as possible, make sure he can't hit me with too big of shots, and then just sort of stall it out and hope for the referee to stand us up.
But interestingly, that doesn't seem to be the cloth from which Allan Volosatõh is cut, because he is attempting to elbow him every opportunity he gets rather than just stall this one out. Now, granted, perhaps he does want to stall this out, but it looks like instead he might want that neck. He doesn't get it, of course, and he needs to be careful about putting those fingers in the cage.
Oh.
Lest he lose a point.
Yeah, very optimistic to go for the guillotine there against someone like Golden Boy.
Yeah.
No, if I was him, I'd just try to lock it down. Because the risk he runs here when he tries to sort of create distance and push him away, he opens his guard, and that enables Steffen to just pass it very easy.
Yeah. Even better position against a guy that dangerous. Not something you want.
And giving away the full guard, which is a reasonably defensive position, is just going to go downhill from here. So let's see if Steffen's sort of content with just pressuring and punishing Volosatõh here, or if he's gonna try to take him out now.
I suspect he is. I think he's been trying that the whole time, and Volosatõh has just managed to narrowly escape because Rossevatn definitely gives me the feeling that he has killer instinct. You saw earlier some of those heavy elbows he was throwing. One of them missed, but if it had gotten through, that was nasty intent all over the place. Oh, Volosatõh, though.
Funk roll.
Trying to improve his position.
Half of a funky roll. Funk roll. Yeah, no, Steffen's just too strong here.
Yeah, and pure positional dominance from Rossevatn.
Yeah. I think Allan is doing at least a good job of staying it in here. He's not giving up the back. He did get mounted, but now he's not mounted anymore, so that's positive.
Yeah.
But
gotta take your wins where you
can get.
Yeah,
but he's not improving. He's surviving at best right now.
Yeah, agreed. This is more a tale of survival for the moment. But if he is able to, withstand for another minute, maybe he's able to equalize things when he gets his opportunity to put things back on
Steffen's going to get the back, and this will be very dangerous.
Yeah, I think this is the end.
He's got
Allan
it now.
Volosatõh is, he's grimacing.
Yeah.
And here comes the tap. Allan Volosatõh has handed his first professional defeat from an absolutely amped Steffen Golden Boy Rossevatn.
Yeah, and makes it 3 for 3 now. 3 straight submission wins in a row.
3 straight submissions.
Start of a very good roll here.
Yeah, excellent performance here tonight from Rossevatn. Utter dominance against Allan Volosatõh.
Yeah, and I guess this would be a pretty well worked on game plan for both him and Vebjörn Diding, who's from the same team, who's embracing his brother-in-arms here. But let's take a look at the finish here. Volosatõh gave away the back just for a brief moment, and that's all it took for the Golden Boy to cinch in a choke. And yeah, not much of a defense here from Volosatõh, who just saw the walls closing in on him, and that's all she wrote. Beautiful performance from Steffen. He's controlled through and through. Didn't waste any time dealing with the explosiveness of Volosatõh. Let's hand it over to Ricky Wright.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the official decision, I'd like to thank our bout sponsor, PhotoMate, complete energy solutions from one source. Referee Jergo Ringvald calls stop the action of 4 minutes and 25 seconds of run number 2. For your winner by rear naked choke, Golden Boy Steffen Rossevatn.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, the Golden Boy, Steffen Rossevatn. Steffen, that's 3 submission victories in a row for you. How do you feel tonight?
I feel amazing. He was a tough man. I think it was an elbow or something. He hit me fucking hard in the head.
Yeah, he seemed to bust your nose early on in the fight, and you know, but largely speaking, this fight, it was one-way traffic from you. You got the fight to the ground, and you stayed there for a vast majority of it, and you put a pretty bad hurting on him. Let's check out the replay. Tell me, walk me through this.
What was the last question?
Walk me through this.
I saw in the first round he was getting tired, and in the second round I knew if he just did the same thing again, eventually he would give up, even if it was the second or the third. So I just had to know. If I just keep pushing, I will get the submission.
So you feel like you broke him and then took the choke, and that was that.
If in grappling, you can't submit someone if they don't give up. You have to break them in the condition, and then you can submit them.
It's dark, but I like it. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Boy.